think one of my superpowers is if I pull up on a pad or back into a bay to load, it's break time or lunchtime. It's all right, man. It gives me a minute. I wanted to make a video. It's been on my heart, so somebody must need to hear it. That's just how the Lord works with me. And I've talked about it in many videos. In fact, I just kind of talked about it in the Money News video a week or two ago. Well, maybe for the last 2 weeks, but one of the biggest questions I get, and I've done videos, I don't know if I've done a specific video on this or not. I've done a lot of videos on steps to becoming an owner-operator and things not to do and reasons to do it and reasons not to do it. And I'm not going to cover all that. I'll probably touch on a few. But the biggest question I get, or things mentioned in phone calls, is, can I make this amount of money because I got a really secure job? Or do you think trucking's going to hold or get better because I hate to give up what I got? I was once kind of on that fence. I before I came back out, bought a truck and came back out, I had 20 years at UPS. It's the top of the seniority board, a really high paying union job, benefits, pension, a job most people would kill to have. But some things that transpired, mostly two things. I hated to go to work. I was just so burnt out. And the area I lived in, northern Idaho, turned into northern California. Now this is probably not going to apply to everybody, but the point I'm getting to is I was at a crossroads. And I knew I could run my own truck because I'd done that before I went to UPS. So I wasn't too concerned with that. I know a lot of you guys, it would be your first time throwing your hat in, so maybe there's a little more nerves on that end of it. But as I weighed the options and whatever, for me, and I think for a lot of you guys, it's going to come down to one thing, and I'll get to that in a second. Are you going to make more money? You know, I really don't make any more money when I factor everything in, because UPS was $100,000+ a year job, plus a pension, plus benefits that I can't even buy. I pay about $1,000 a month in benefits. I should put that in my money and news videos. I don't know why I don't ever. Anyways, because it's also a tax write-off. I'm getting sidetracked here. And it was really secure. It was a union job. I was a steward. I actually was on the board at the local union. So, I mean, as far as like a career on a job, working for somebody, it's the top of the top. About as good as I could ever get and what most people could ever get. But it was a very micromanaged place, like most trucking places are now. We didn't have cameras in the truck or nothing because the union put it into that. But I know you guys are under constant watch of cameras and, you know, micromanaged by people that had never driven trucking. And we had a lot of the same thing over there. So I was kind of in the same spot. I was not happy with what I was doing. But it wasn't for money. I think a lot of you guys look at owner-operator as the big bucks. Guys, it's not really. I don't know how many times I could tell you. Time for money would be better spent in a skilled trade like an electrician or a plumber or something like that, in my opinion. Now, will you make more than a company driver, an over-the-road company driver? Sure. But you're going to work more. So, yeah, you make more, but I'm telling you, I don't ever really have a day off on a normal week. Yeah, I'm off for 2 days, but I'm doing stuff. I'm doing books, thinking about things, booking loads. It may not take up the whole day, or I'm washing the truck or doing little, like I got to put an ignition switch in it this weekend. Always little things. Do they tie up my whole day? No, I'm at home in my shop, and that's kind of nice, and I'm still around the family. But I don't get to just punch the clock and not think about this until Monday, like a lot of you guys that are working for somebody. So you're going to invest a lot more time. And like I said in a video before, if you're looking for a reason not to do it, you're going to find it. If you can talk yourself out of doing this, don't do it, because you just do not have the right mindset. And we've talked about that. I talked about that before. Got all these excuses, the economy, this, inflation, that, the president, wrong president. I don't know who's going to be the president. Oh, there's a war over here, or there's something. I mean, you can find every reason in the world not to do this. So if you say you can't, you won't. And it's that simple, to be honest with you. If you don't want to do it, you'll find a way to talk yourself out of doing it. Plus, everybody around you is going to tell you not to do it. So if you're waiting for the right time to do it and everybody to support you, that's never going to happen. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm here to tell you that's never going to happen. There's never going to be a right time, and you're not going to get everybody all your family and friends to say, yeah, that's a great idea. It's just not going to happen. So if you want a way out, you'll find it. You want a reason not to do it, you'll find it. But at the end of the day, the ultimate decision is going to come down to one thing. Don't do it for money. You might make more, you might make less. You might succeed, you more likely will fail. The statistics are staggering. About 8 out of 10 owner-operators that start don't make it past 2 years. And I could tell you here at CRST, especially for the lease purchase, there's hundreds of guys that have come and gone that I know about since I've been here. Guys I've talked to and tried to help and whatever. They just didn't make it, man. They just didn't make it. When you actually save up enough to buy your own truck, the odds go up a little bit for you because you're so much invested. And if you're going to go that way, I got videos on it. Make sure you have enough in reserves. Make sure you have, 20 grand or something in the bank or at your disposal after you buy the truck. We've gone over all that. So the odds are against you and everything. But it comes down to one thing, in my opinion. When I set it all on the table, when I talk to guys and I talk to, oh man, you don't even know. I take 20, 30 phone calls a week easy. And I don't mind doing it, guys. Call me up, man. That's why I do this, is just to help people. I don't make tons of money off doing these YouTube videos. And it's not about that. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to one thing. It did with me. And I think with 95% of the people out there, it's going to come down to this one choice: freedom or security. However you want to put that, security or freedom. If you want security, stay at a job where you don't have any skin in the game, you don't have a lot on the line, a lot to lose, and just keep doing it that way. You got your schedule, maybe you're home every night. You got your security. But when you have your security, you don't have your freedom. And that's why I do this. I don't do this for extra money, nothing. The main thing is, yeah, I'm leased onto CRST and they have, a set of guidelines and rules. But for the most part, I don't talk to nobody. I don't answer to nobody. I do what I want, when I want. I take the loads when I want, where I want. And if I want to take time off, I don't have to ask for it. I don't have to put in a request. Even being the top of the seniority board at UPS, well, not the top. I mean, I was still number 6 maybe or something. Or you got guys that never leave there. I've been there 30, 40 years. You still have to get time off approved. You got to do what you want. I mean, if I don't have a load book Monday morning when I wake up, it's up to me if I want to book one. It's freedom like that, and not having to answer to somebody and not being delegated when and when I will not take time off. Good example of that is next March, I'm probably going to take about 3 weeks off because we're going to go out west to a funeral. A wedding, same thing, right? No, just kidding. To a wedding. Now, if I was at UPS to get that time off, I would have to bid it and hope I could get it. And if I got outbidded on the bid in January, I wouldn't get to do that. It would just be, nope. A couple guys took time off, during that time, and you can't have the whole weeks and this and that. I don't have to think about that. Next March, I'm just taking 3 weeks off. I don't have to ask nobody. I don't have to plan for it, whatever. So freedom to me is worth more than money and security. So that's why I did it. I wasn't happy. I hated to go to work. There were some other things at play. And I walked away from a lot and took a huge gamble. But I believed in myself. My wife believed in me, and we've been making it work for 3+ years now since I left UPS, and everything's fine. But I'm stubborn, man. I don't quit for nothing. So there's no not doing it. It's I just got a text. There's no failure's not an option with me. So I just get it done. But I'm here to tell you, a lot of you guys will fail. But it's a risk you're going to have to ask yourself, is it worth to take? In my opinion, you can always go back to a job. If I fail, I mean, I can get a job trucking anywhere, a local gig, whatever. But will it be as good as what I left? No, but you know what? You're talking to a guy that came from nothing, man. Dirt floor poor as a kid. So I ain't afraid of nothing. So that's all I got for you guys. Just wanted to throw it out there. It's been on my heart. Hope this resonates with somebody. I really feel there's some people out there that need to hear this, or maybe want to hear it, but the choice is just going to come down to what you want to do. Do you want security or do you want freedom? Pick one. There's no right time. And if you want a reason to not make that choice, you'll find one. All right, guys, God bless you. We'll see you. Bye-bye.